Great. So welcome all to this InfoDay session for the Recenter Eurocluster, and thanks for participating. We have some other people that are joining, but I'm going to make an introduction on what Recenter project is, and then Paola Comanescu from Cluj IT will continue with the details about the innovation code that has just been launched. I am Irene Burroni. I'm the cluster manager of DID, which is the coordinator of Recenter Eurocluster. It is one of 30 Euroclusters. Paola, you can go on with the next slide, please. Okay, thanks. So there are, in the Euroclusters context, which is funded by ESMEA, there are 30 projects which are actually opening innovation, training, and internationalization codes that will be active from 2023, so this year up to next year, and some activities will cover also 25. Total, there are 30 million euros connected with these projects. More or less 1 million per project is to be dedicated and delivered to SMEs throughout Europe, according to the specific sectors that are interested by each project. In our case, and we can go on with the next slide, we are 4 partners. The idea is Distretto Interni e Design, so furniture and interiors sector cluster placed in Tuscany, and we represent Italy in the project. And we represent the sector of furniture and living spaces together with Ambit, which does our activity in Spain. And then for the IT technologies sector, we have Cluj IT in Romania and Green Synergy cluster in Bulgaria for the energy sector. Next slide, please. Yeah, the project's objectives. So what Recenter focuses on are 4 main areas, starting from supporting collaborations among stakeholders on the 3 sectors, so furniture, interiors on one side, IT and green energy on the other, identifying potentially innovative solutions for the digital and green transition, and then supporting growth of skills and competencies, and finally the internationalization part of our activities, which will aim to support the approach to new markets. In our case, the focus markets are Chile and Mexico. Next slide, please. Yeah, with respect to these 3 sectors' needs, we are also driving, on which we are also driving the open call. We already identified some intervention areas, which are not necessarily the only ones on which we will concentrate, but which represent areas of potential collaboration among the 3 sectors. So for the interiors living spaces, together with IT and energy, you see that we are addressing the twin transition as a whole. For the IT sector, energy sector, one of the most interesting aspects is the sustainability of digital innovation, so sustainability of technologies in general. And for the green energy sector, with IT, we are addressing the issue of data management in green processes and services. Next. We started our activity in September, and starting from September until March, we developed this ecosystem mapping that you can check on recentermap.com, which actually has more than 1,400 records, and it represents our Recenter ecosystem on which we are trying to build our innovation and resilience activities towards a higher competitiveness of the sector. How are we going to do that? So the next slide, please. We are going to do it by supporting the ecosystem in 3 ways. So the first is the innovation open call that has been just opened for with 1,040,000 euro. Then training activities that will be soon launched, which are targeted to cluster staff and SME staff. And then internationalization activities aimed at addressing the markets of Mexico and Chile for creating relationships and establishing potential collaborations. Yeah, that's everything from my side. Now I leave the floor to Paola Comanescu from Cluj IT, that in the project has designed the innovation open call, and she will concentrate on giving you details about the call and maybe answering to your questions on that. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Irene, and thank you all for joining us. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the concept of sub-grants. So before entering into the specifics of the Recenter Innovation Open Call, just to tell you that this is a funding scheme where the European Commission has funded our consortium, our Eurocluster, and a significant part of those funds are destined to be redirected towards small, medium enterprises in our ecosystem, companies based on a competitive procedure that we have just opened. So the idea is to obtain a simplified way for the small, medium enterprises, for SMEs to get access to funding, while at the same time the responsibility of making sure that the projects are being correctly implemented and in line with the commitments that were taken is passed on to the Eurocluster consortium. So we will be working with you side by side, step by step, all through the competitive process for selecting the projects that will be funding, and then during the contracting and implementation period, we will also monitor the correct and efficient development of the projects that have been selected. This being said, I would like to enter a bit in the details of the Recenter Innovation Open Call. And here you see some important figures related to the call. We will be disbursing 1,040,000 euros directly to small, medium enterprises. We intend to fund a minimum of 20 projects because we have a limit of maximum 52,000 euros per project, money that goes directly to the SMEs. For each project, we need to have at least 2 partners, which represent at least 2 different sectors from the 3 Recenter sectors, which are furniture and living interiors, green energy and circular economy, and IT and digital on the other side. The duration of the project, as you can see, must be between 6 to 12 months. And very important, the application deadline is 27th of June at 5 p.m. Central Europe time. Moving forward, I already indicated the 3 main Recenter sectors. You have them here, very well established. In order for proposals to be eligible, we need to have at least 2 of these 3 sectors represented by companies in the respective proposal. When we look at what we expect as impact of projects, considering that we intend to support through our actions the increase in the resilience and the sustainability. I think there is a, yes, thank you. The sustainability of companies, in their twin transition, so both digital and green transition. So we are looking at cross-sectorial collaboration. As we said, we need at least 2 sectors to be represented in a proposal. The proposals need to aim at implementing and or creating business process innovations, or to adapt innovation and or technologies, either from digital or from green energy or circular economy sector, with the already stated purpose of successful green and digital transition of the small medium enterprises. As type of actions, you will see here some of the examples that we are expecting to have as proposals, as types of collaboration. So going from feasibility studies, or we can have prototypes or testing or validation of pilot projects, digital maturity assessments with digital recommendation strategies, development of high impact energy transformation roadmaps for various companies or activities, development of new circular products derived from waste streams, increasing TRL of a novel technology with at least 2 levels in various companies. So, but these are not, so if you have other types of actions that you would like to consider, you will find in the application tool the possibility to choose another type of action. The consortium composition, it is very important for the proposal to be eligible. So at least 2 small medium enterprises representing at least 2 different sectors out of the 3 recenter sectors. All SMEs must be from eligible countries in the single market program, and you will find in the guide for applicants and in the platform the link towards the updated list of countries from the European Commission. And at least 1 applicant in the consortium must be from the recenter countries, which are Bulgaria, Italy, Spain, and Romania. There are some other items that need to be taken into consideration that could bring advantage to your proposal. For example, the cross-border partnerships are recommended and they receive a bonus of 1 point. As per the guidelines that we had to commit to from the European Commission, we need to pay particular attention to the EU 13 countries in the calls, and this is reflected in the guide for applicants. And another important aspect, each SME can participate in maximum 1 proposal under the present call. Application deadline, 27th of June at 5 p.m. Central Europe time. This is the estimated calendar of our action. The evaluation and selection of projects, we plan to do it by the 28th of July, with the subsequent signing of sub-granting agreement by 28th of August, so that the implementation of the contracted projects can start not later than 15th of September, with a maximum duration of 12 months of implementation. You can see here an extract of the payment scheme. So we plan to pay 40% pre-financing after the grant agreement, the sub-grant agreement, then an interim payment, 30% of the value of the grant within the 30 days after the validation of the interim report. And then the final payment, the remaining 30% of the grant after the receipt and validation of all deliverables and final implementation report. In order to apply, we have set up a tool which is very intuitive and user-friendly. Here you can see the link to it and the QR code. We recommend that you create immediately your account, you register to this platform so that you have it at hand at any moment you would like to move on with your application. Once you have registered, you will be able to start your application. And let me see if maybe in the next slide it is more valid. Yes. So you need to think to consider that there will be one application per each project proposal. So once you have identified your partners, one of you must take the lead and start the actual application in the platform. Once you start the application, there is a very clear process to be followed. You need to go through each phase of this each module of this proposal, and you will also find here a blank application PDF for reference, which we recommend you to download and to work on it in order to prepare, but please make sure that all the information is being uploaded in the platform so that you have it for submission. You can save various times. You also may submit the application and then come back to it and edit it. We will consider the latest version of your application. So we kindly ask you not to wait till the last day, but better to submit earlier, and in case you need to make changes to do it so afterwards. This way you make sure that at least one version of your application is being considered for evaluation. You need to prepare for each partner of the consortium 3 documents. The related instructions on how to obtain these documents are indicated for each section. So it's a self-assessment for the quality of small-medium enterprise. Then the financial viability check, using both are using tools that are offered by the European Commission, and the declaration of honor. The model is included in the guide for application. So please make sure that you obtain these 3 documents from each partner from your consortium, and you upload them while preparing and uploading your proposal. Just to give you an idea of the main sections of the application form, so besides the basic information of the project, title, acronym, and short description, we will be asking you to present your consortium, the partners, both as identification and as competencies and history and aim to be part in this project. Then general project information with the detailed sections on the envisioned adoption of the innovative business models, the digital and or green or circular technology. Then another section related to the quality and efficiency of the implementation, also the potential impact. And these 3 sections will be also directly connected to the evaluation criterion used for the selection of the proposals. The quality of cross-border in your partnership, various resources and how you see your work plan and the budget, very short budget to reflect the resources and how you estimate to use them. A section on gender equality, diversity, and social inclusion, and the final section related to declarations. I will go quickly over the eligibility conditions. They are detailed in the guide for applicants, and some of them have already been stated. So all applicants must be SMEs, at least 2 partners representing at least 2 different sectors out of the 3 recenter sectors. All SMEs must be from eligible countries within the single market program. At least 1 applicant must be from the recenter countries, Bulgaria, Italy, Spain, or Romania. The proposal must aim on the adoption of new collaboration models that include the creation and/or adoption of business process innovations, digital or green or circular technologies. SMEs must be in good financial health. That's why we are asking for the final viability check. The proposals must be written in English using the provided template in the platform, and all applications must be submitted through the online submission tool available at recenter.grantplatform.com by 7 p.m. CET on the 27th of June. 2023. Moving forward to the evaluation criteria of the proposals, we will use in our evaluation the assessment of at least 2 individual evaluators for each application. Each criterion is being rated between 1 and 5 points, and the threshold is at least 3 points for each criterion. As you can see here, the various points that are being evaluated are being detailed under each criterion, and there is the bonus of 1 point for the cross-border partnership among the SME single market program countries. In case of proposals with equal scores, the prevailing one is established based on the following order of priority. So first, we'll give priority to the proposal with at least 1 SME from an EU 13 country. If step 1 does not apply, or it applies to 2 or more proposals, then the proposal with a bonus for international cooperation among single market program countries has precedence. If the steps 1 and 2 above do not allow for differentiation, then the proposal that has the higher score in the criterion potential impact, then on excellence, and then on quality and efficiency of the implementation in this order has precedence. And here are some important links and contacts where you can get all the information that you may need. You will be sent a copy of this, so the presentation will be made available to you. Also, the recording of this webinar will be available for you. And of course, you will find here the contact information of both the general recenter at info@csm.toscana.it and the national contacts in Bulgaria, Italy, Spain, and Romania. So we are kindly inviting you to contact us with questions. We are here to support you to better understand the call and what we expect, so that you write really good proposals. If you have any questions, we invite you to either write them in the chat, or if you prefer, to raise your hand and take the floor. I think we already have some questions, right, Irene?
Yes, I think I covered most of the questions. Yeah, Julio answered about Switzerland, which is, he says, in principle eligible. Christian asks if the grant is in money, not consultancy vouchers. No, it's money. So we are delivering, releasing 52K per project, as I specified above. So it's not possible to make a proposal asking for a grant of 100K. But the maximum request is 52K per project.
Yes, and to add here, the division of the 52K per project among the partners is decided among the partners. So based on each partner's contribution within the consortium, they will agree and indicate in their budget proposal what is the share for each partner. Irena, in case there are other questions, because I don't see them, I don't see the chat now.
I don't see other questions that we didn't answer by writing, so everybody sees the answers. But in case somebody wants to open them, you can do it.
Definitely, we invite you to take the floor. I would like to add something. In case any of you have an idea of a project, but you need a certain profile of partners, please feel free to contact us and inform us about what kind of partner you are looking for, because among the four ecosystems of the recenter Eurocluster, I think we are covering more than 2,000 companies as members, and we may be able to identify an interesting partner for you. Yes, Christian, please.
Hello. I just wanted to clarify, in our case, if we promote this call among, let's say, overseas in Romania, and we will have an ICT company and a manufacturing company from the furniture industry, then they are eligible to apply. Of course, they don't have this cross-border factor, but they will be able to apply.
Yes.
And to deliver, to start working on the eligible activities.
Yes, as long as they comply with the other eligibility criteria, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
As you were saying, Paula, we already received some emails and contacts related to potential collaborations for the identification of partners. So it's good if anybody wants to ask for partners in another country, that you contact us directly. And I see here, maybe you don't see it, from Emmanuel Pop, a message saying that the list of partners good at robotics in the countries will be good to have. So I don't know if we can, in our countries, make a dedicated search on potential partners in robotics to put in contact. But I suggest you to write us an email and we will answer you quite fast.
Yes.
Yeah, we have continuous saying Spain and Italy have a lot of really skilled companies in this segment. Yes, I have some of them in mind, also startups, which could be helpful in robotics. So just drop an email and I will write back to you.
Yes, Christian, would you like to add anything?
Yes, I wanted to ask, because how we are going to manage this, let's say, brokerage between, let's say I have an ICT company who has no yet a partner in the furniture and would like to become a technical provider in this call. Who is going to brokerage? Am I going to send you an email or something, or through the Enterprise Europe network? I receive the information through the Enterprise Europe network. So how is better?
Yes, please send us the profile of the company interested, and also if they have a certain idea of the profile of a potential partner, it is good if they can indicate that. We will be anonymously offering this to our ecosystems and getting back to the request company, requiring company based on the answers that we are obtaining from our ecosystems.
Yes, just to add on this, as we know, we are also supposed to drive a certain number of B2B meetings among our members. So this kind of inputs are good for us, even if not necessarily linked with the open call. So there can be collaborations starting apart, also connected to the call.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Emmanuel. You will definitely be invited. Okay, are there any other questions or comments or information that you feel we should insist on at this point? So the 20 minimum projects will be assigned at European level. So the Eurocluster, the recenter Eurocluster, is going to select projects among all the applicants from the various European and single market program countries.
And in relation to this answer, Paula, just to add, but at least one of the partners must be from Bulgaria, Romania, Italy, or Spain. So we are, let me say, given priority to these 4 countries that they are the countries of the clusters leading the project.
Exactly, but they may have partners from Sweden or France or yes, so any other country in the that is eligible under the single market program. I see Ludovico has written in the chat a very short presentation of what they are looking for. So we are not offering vouchers, Ludovico. One small medium enterprise can be part in maximum 1 proposal under our open call. And if selected, the proposal will get a maximum of 52,000 euros per project to be divided among the partners in the project.
I may add this, that if you have, I mean, different solutions that can be good for different calls, I suggest you to give a look at the 30 Euroclusters, because we also have some companies which are saying 20 projects are not that much. But that's what they insist in our Eurocluster, but there are 30 of those. So maybe you can, of course, for different kinds of activities and different kinds of expenses, but participate to more than one call. So give a look also at the European Cluster Collaboration Platform Euroclusters, and you will find all the open codes that are about to be launched or have been launched recently.
Yes, and I see another comment from Emmanuel Pop. So in case you find a partner from Italy or Spain or Bulgaria, you will get the cross-border bonus point. Yes, Christian, that is true. So our work here is to really identify and to support and facilitate the connection among companies from the three sectors to meet and find ways to work together in a very applied project. Thank you. Emmanuel, if you mean the trio, the recenter Eurocluster has three sectors that is trying to connect together in cross-sectorial collaboration. One is the traditional furniture and living, interiors. Yes, thank you. Another one is the green energy and circular economy. And the third one is the digital and IT technology. So either two of these sectors can be connected in a proposal. I see a hand again. Christian, please.
Yes, just a technical question. Is there any reference in the application call related to the TRL level? So does this innovation project, or let's say technological transfer project, need to reach a certain TRL? Is there any reference, or is just?
So one of the action types that we have included as potentially to be funded is if the partners choose to have an increase of at least 2 points in their TRL. If they already are at a certain point, let's say they are at TRL 3 and they need this funding to move to TRL 5, they can do this. But they can maybe, if they are not at that state, they can maybe need a digital strategy or roadmap for integration of green energy technologies, or feasibility study to implement a certain digital technology or circular economy process. So they are all options. They are all eligible as types of actions. We are really focusing of creating bridges between these three sectors at any level. So TRL is not mandatory. Thank you very much for the questions. Okay, I think we can leave all this information sink in and express once again our availability to answer any further questions or clarifications that you may need. We will be keeping you posted with updates on our open call. Please follow us on social media. Please follow us on the cluster collaboration platform, and do not hesitate to contact either the national contact points or the general contact point of the recenter Eurocluster for any further information that you may need. I believe that if there are no other comments or questions, we can stop here. You want to add anything else, Irene?
No, thanks a lot. I just gave another answer on the chat. But yes, we can continue by email or in separate individual meetings in case. And yes, we will upload everything grant platform and on our project channels. So we can close it here. Thanks a lot, Paula. Thanks for your presentation.
Thank you all for being here, and thank you all for your questions and for your presence. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.